Hello everybody and welcome to a special edition of the Xtra podcast in partnership with Absolute Grass Care, specialists in green maintenance. Visit absolutegrasscare.co.uk for further information. So thank you for joining us tonight for a special virtual Carruthers edition. I'm joined by my co-host, Mark Letman, who's let me lead the line tonight. Mark, how are you?
All right, mate, thanks. Yeah, all good, all good. Looking forward to this draw.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And as you can see at the bottom, we got show regular. Steve Harris should be in Australia right now, but he's here instead. Who needs to be on Bondi Beach? How are you doing, Steve? You all right?
Yeah, very good, mate. Yeah, I'm so glad the Worlds was called off and I'm here on the podcast with you boys doing virtual.
Exactly. And it's nice of you to join us, actually, on, because I know Friday night's usually chippy night for you. We've seen a picture of you earlier at the chippy.
Oh,
there you are. What are you ordering there, Steve?
Sausage and batter and Chris Wright and chips.
Oh, superb. I think we got the original photo as well, haven't we, Matt? Yeah. Deep in thought there, fair play. Disappointed they didn't have the fritter. But yeah, so we're here for the special edition of the Carruthers. I'm going to do the draw first, and then we'll review the draw and talk a bit about who we think are going to be the winners. So, got in a hat. So, virtually in a hat. So, the first thing is at Barry Athletic, and the first team out is Beaufort. Beaufort, if you can see that, and they will play. Beaufort. They will play Troy de Roo. Die Bombers, Troy de Roo. The political masters. The second game is at Penlan, and that is Xtra. Terrible, right? And they will be playing the favourites. Well, if it's not so political. So there's our semi-finals. So Beaufort versus Troy de Roo at Barriath, and I think we've got Harlequins versus Xtra and a Penlan. What do we think? Beaufort Harlequins in an ideal world?
Ideal world, definitely, yeah. Yeah, Beaufort versus Harlequins, yeah. I think we've asked the captains to submit their teams as well, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, we've asked the captains to submit their teams. Some of them were a bit of a joke, so I've moved them around slightly. Do you know what I mean? Because Nicky Jones's Xtra team that he sent me, he said virtual. It was all over the shop. He had a 95-year-old skipping. So so we've changed around a bit. So let's look at the first game first. Beaufort versus Troy de Roo. We got them. Got those sides, Mark?
Yep, here we go.
Oh, there you go. So Beaufort versus Troy de Roo. So we've got Junior. He's up against Ethan. And you've got Chris Cleffens up against Richie. Brian Jones and Richie Davis is a disaster waiting to happen, and freaking hell. Freaking hell. And then you've got Roger and Roger against Holmes and Holmes. And then you've got Beaufort's new recruit, supposedly, Brian Davis.
That's an interesting selection, isn't it? Lobbing him straight in a skip.
Great player, skip. Well,
great player.
Yeah. But, straight in for a virtual Carruthers semis. Will he be able to handle Craig Maker? What do you think of them, Steve? Who are you backing there? Looking at the
I think that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be the people's champions of Troy de Roo with Die Bomber canvassing for votes that he has been doing since the last round. Beaufort sat silently, don't hear nothing of him. I'll go for the draw, Chris. I think it's going to be a draw, 150 votes apiece.
1-1.
Sitting on the fence here. I think both actually got the most votes so far. I don't know whether that's because they've had a bit of an easier run. They battered Kid Welly by over 100 votes. So I don't know what that says about...
Who hasn't battered Kid Welly, mate? Let's be fair.
No, exactly. I think that more says about how much people are pissed off with Fatty, innit, really? Do you know what I mean? What do you reckon, Wing? Who are you going for there?
Oh, yeah, Beaufort. That ring 1, ring 4. They're the tight ones. That Craig could easily win there. Ethan against Danny keeps that tight. I don't know. Cleffens. Nah, Beaufort for me.
Yeah, Beaufort for me as well. But we will see. And also there, we should have the second semi-final taking place at Penlan.
Yeah, there
which
you
is
are.
Estraveckan versus Harlequins, mid-glam derby. And there we got Ross against Joe Price, Jared against James Pate, Alfie against Chris Price, and Chris Prosser against Mark Thomas. We saying Harlequins?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Normally,
To be
it's
fair,
Harlequins, but it's not going to be like that, is it?
No, it's not. But Estraveckan, anywhere but Estraveckan, very, very average.
Estraveckan's Prime Minister Nicky Jones is going to pull all the guns out. I can tell you that
I
now.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll have a
all the
special.
big guns.
Oh,
Ni-
friggin'
nice
hell,
to
two of them.
Nice to see my old mate there, Viv Granfield, making a side as well, mate.
Yeah, well, there was doubts about whether he would be in the side, but apparently they pushed someone to the side to get him in. They said Viv. They said he's such a good club man. Do you know what I mean? I actually remember when he was leading for you before, Wing, and you were skipping against us, and you had to have a go with him halfway through because he was messing around with all the scoreboards. Do you remember that? Gave him a right grilling.
Yeah. We were on ring 5 and he was over on ring 2 changing the scoreboard up there. That's right.
He was. Come on, gotta keep it up to date. He's that much of a good club man. What do you reckon, though, Steve? You want Quins there?
Yeah, you've got to fancy the Quins. They got previous history in the tournament. Like I said, young man Nicky Jones, he's going to pull out all the stops, mate. All the stops. They've had these boys in training for a good week now. Ready? We've got the bar staff ready.
Bar staff are
They're
ready.
all fired up. They're all fired up to go.
With Chris Berry back there for Estraveckan, he's not a bad little player. I think he hasn't played for a couple of years, but
Hasn't played
he's
in about
back there
6.
now, especially for the virtual.
Kerry, he's a solid player, Kerry.
Yeah, Kerry's good when he's with us. He's another one who likes to go away with the fairies. But yes, but the Estraveckan headers, I can see Harlequin there.
Yeah. Yeah. Harlequins all day there for me. I reckon by about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in an ideal world, yeah, Harlequins. But you never know. You never know. Wayne Meeks, he's the butcher. He could do the business on ring 3. Don't know who he is, but he'll give it a good crack. So that's the draw. So Beaufort versus Troy de Roo at Barry Athletic, and Harlequins versus Estraveckan at Penlan. So they will be on Facebook at 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10 till 2. It's going to be a morning semi-finals in time for me to watch a Bundesliga, and then we'll finals next weekend, is it, Mark?
Yeah, we'll have a show probably the later end of next week. We'll get hopefully the winning captains on, but we'll discuss that later.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit of a pre-match build-up.
Yeah.
Steve, how you finding lockdown at the moment? No balls, missing it?
Yeah, sort of. I've been back in work 3 weeks, so it takes up most of the time now. But yeah, I mean, not so much looking forward to getting back playing because we know there's going to be no competitive play whatsoever. But we may get club tournaments off towards the end of the year. But other than that, it'll be nice to have a summer off, I suppose. First time in a very long time for myself to have no balls, and then go back on the indoor in October if all is well and good, you know. So
yeah, I think if you go by what Bowls Scotland doing, Bowls England, you know, we're about a week, 2 weeks behind them. I don't know. It might be greasing the greens in whatever format in a couple of weeks' time with a bit of luck.
I mean, you see people kicking off on Facebook when they sort of mention playing balls. I mean, some people have got to get out and to have a go and things like that, you know, just to get out the house or whatever. But I can understand from a competitive point of view, there is going to be no competitive balls.
No.
And at all, like, you know, so I can see sort of the other side of it, but there's going to be restrictions coming in. The way it's going and the numbers falling, there's no reason why by the end of, you know, October, August, September maybe.
I don't understand why people have a go at that. You know, about you should be playing.
Exactly.
If you follow the guidelines, why don't you turn around and say, you should be going shopping? Well, because it's safe enough to do so. So
especially the older generation, you know, their exercise is limited. Do you know what I mean? So like balls is a good way of them exercising. I think for us three, you know, we might not really want to roll up because there's no real competition at the end of it. But especially for the older people and especially people stuck in lockdown, you know, not work. You know, like I'm thankful to be working at home and you guys go out and work. But if you want nothing to do, just being able to go out for an hour or two bowling it plays a massive benefit mentally.
Hopefully, a couple of weeks time.
Yeah, but even if he wasn't in lockdown, when you go to practice anyway, it's not as if you're high-fiving everyone and jumping all over everybody anyway.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
right.
you take a mat down and a jack down, and you have a couple of hours, and you come off and maybe have a beer and off you go. We can't have a beer now at the moment. That's the only sort of difference with it, right?
No, unless you take a couple of cans of you, but yeah, that's not by the by really.
Encourage drinking, Mark.
Sit on a park bench.
Yeah, that's the views of Mark, not the Xtra podcast.
we know what Mark Letman's doing every night of the week now.
I know.
Look at this.
You know. Where's your nearest green? Pen Hill, is it? Oh no, you sold that one, didn't you?
No, that's not a green anymore. That's a couple of houses.
Oh yeah, sorry mate. Money. Yeah. So who's up next week on next week's podcast, Mark?
Well, we haven't sorted it yet. Well, hopefully the two captains are the winning semi-finalists.
Okay, so that's going to be the scope of next week's podcast. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Yeah. So guys, that completes the draw. They'll be up for you tomorrow. This video should be later, and the draws will be up in the morning. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.